Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Thursday, June 18th. You'll be interested to know, today is National Sushi Day. This delicious tradition celebrates delicate rice and fresh seafood rolled into artful bites, tracing roots to ancient Southeast Asian preservation methods and evolving in Japan into the elegant cuisine we adore today. Share a roll with friends, explore a new sushi spot, or try making your own at home, a playful invite to celebrate. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Thursday at Ocean Beach. This morning, it's looking choppy with waves at 3 to 4 plus feet. Conditions should hold steady through the day, but expect the wind to pick up, starting at onshore around 11 miles per hour and increasing to 18 miles per hour by late afternoon. Keep in mind that the swell is consistent, but the chop will make for a bit of a bumpy ride. Best time to ride is at 8 a.m. with a -1 foot low tide when the southwest swell is 2 feet at 16 seconds and the sideshore wind is 10 miles per hour. The first low tide on Thursday will be -1.5 foot at 8:45 a.m., followed by a 5-foot high tide just before 4. The nearshore buoy in San Francisco Bar reads 58 degrees for the water temperature. Choppy conditions persist on Friday with waves around 2 to 4 feet and winds from the south-southwest at 10 to 12 miles per hour. Saturday sees a slight size increase to 3 to 5 feet, with fair conditions in the morning before choppy winds return in the afternoon. Sunday maintains 3 to 4 foot waves, but conditions remain choppy throughout the day, with steady winds from the west-southwest. This morning, it's patchy drizzle, and it feels like 59 degrees with 9 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 8:34, and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:48. It looks like we're in for some patchy drizzle early today, then mostly cloudy skies with a high near 60 and a moderate south-southwest breeze, around 11 miles per hour, gusting up to 21. If you're inland, it will hit a high of 64. Tonight, expect more patchy drizzle after 11, with a cloudy night, a low around 56, and light winds around 12 miles per hour, gusting up to 21. Looking ahead in the weather. This morning, it's patchy drizzle, and it feels like 59 degrees, with 9 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 8:34, and it will rise again tomorrow at 5:48. It looks like we're in for some mostly cloudy skies today, with a high around 60 and a mild breeze. Tonight, expect continued mostly cloudy conditions, with a low of 56 and light winds picking up a bit. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, starting July 1st, tolls for the Golden Gate Bridge will increase by 50 cents, while Golden Gate Transit fares will rise by 25 cents. The San Francisco Unified School District is required to devise a new policy on phone usage in classrooms by January 27th, 2027, although it has not yet banned phones like other districts. Through July 6th, California State Parks is offering a free download of its Historian Passport, normally priced at $50, providing unlimited access for up to 4 people to over 30 parks for the remainder of the year. Now on to sports. Colombia made a winning return to the World Cup by defeating debutants Uzbekistan, with former Liverpool forward Luis Diaz and Crystal Palace defender Daniel Munoz among the goal scorers. Munoz scored the first goal with a superb volley when he connected with a fine pass from Diaz, who had earlier hit the post. Uzbekistan equalized in the 60th minute through Abosbek Faisaleh's header. Diaz quickly regained the lead with a strike that went in despite Utker Yusupov's efforts. Colombia's Jaminton Campas headed in a third goal late on, securing the victory. Diaz's goal marked his first in a World Cup after an excellent season at Bayern Munich. In local sports, the Giants are rolling. They beat Atlanta 7-5 yesterday at Truist Park, with Luis Arraez going deep and driving in 4 runs. Carson Whisenhunt picked up the win, and Tristan Beck locked down the save. Now San Francisco is chasing the sweep tonight at 4:15 against the Braves. Landen Roupp on the mound against Martin Perez. It's a huge momentum spot for a team that's clawed back into contention with 3 straight wins. But here's the thing, management's already looking ahead. Whisenhunt's strong debut has accelerated conversations about the rotation. Robbie Ray and Tyler Mahle are both headed toward the trade deadline. The Giants are 16.5 games back in the division, so every win matters right now. Meanwhile, the Warriors and Kristaps Porzingis are making real progress on a contract. Golden State wants to bring him back short-term at a reduced rate. In 15 games last season, the 7-footer averaged 16 points and 5 boards, giving the Dubs the length and shooting they need alongside Steph Curry. Durability's been the question mark. He dealt with injuries down the stretch, but when healthy, he's exactly the fit they need. Down in San Jose, the Sharks made a trade 9 days before the draft, acquiring defenseman Michael Kesselring and the 27th pick from Buffalo. The move gives them flexibility with a 2nd overall pick while addressing defensive depth for next season. In top news, the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, says that 700,000 individuals were removed from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. This follows a crackdown on alleged food stamp benefit fraud by the Trump administration. Last week, the USDA and officials in Ohio announced a takedown of fraudulent SNAP retailers, issuing violation notices to 19 businesses. Despite studies showing that SNAP fraud is rare, Republican Senator Rick Scott introduced the SNAP Fraud Reporting Act on June 10th. The bill would require states to submit comprehensive fraud data. Senator Scott emphasized the need to create a pathway to identify fraud to protect taxpayers. In business news, the Securities and Exchange Commission is generally regarded as one of the smartest, toughest agencies in Washington. However, tough enforcement is not a hallmark of the Trump administration, which has substantially cut the SEC's budget and staffing. As a result, the SEC is bringing fewer enforcement actions. In fiscal year 2025, the SEC filed 30% fewer standalone enforcement actions than in fiscal year 2024 and stopped bringing certain types of enforcement cases, such as those under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. At the end of May, the 3 SEC commissioners took away enforcement powers the agency has held for more than 50 years. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 3% to just under $64,000. Ethereum is down 3.5% to just over $1,700. And XRP is down 4.5% to $1.16. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Midjourney Medical is transitioning from generating CAD images to offering full-body ultrasound scans. CEO David Holes recently unveiled the Midjourney Scanner, an ultrasound-based device capturing detailed images of muscle, fat, bone, and organs. He envisions this tool being used for annual or even daily scans, aiming for image quality comparable to MRI. Developed with Butterfly Network, the scanner utilizes 40 Butterfly ultrasound-on-chip imaging modules. In 1 minute, users step into a pool of light and descend through sensors, creating detailed 3D images. Holes plans to open a Midjourney spa in San Francisco, California, by the end of 2027, featuring various wellness amenities. And in entertainment news, Bowen Yang's departure from Saturday Night Live could have marked another chapter in the show's long history of cast changes. However, the circumstances surrounding his exit revealed the reason the institution has survived for more than 50 years. After 7 seasons, Yang prepared to leave following season 50. In his mind, Saturday Night Live was in a great place without him. Then Lorne Michaels called, asking Yang to remain for part of season 51 and help guide new talent. This moment highlights how the show's longevity relies on each generation passing knowledge to the next. Yang's request transformed his final season into a mentoring role, emphasizing the importance of institutional memory. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American author and humorist James Thurber. And he said, "Humor is emotional chaos remembered in tranquility." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Ocean Beach.